Mr. Boder? Here. Mr. Jernerbro?
Here.
Mr. Kelly?
Here.
Mr. Cove?
Present.
Ms. Palestrini?
Here.
And Mr. Robinson?
Present.
All are present.
Please rise if you're able. Trustee Robinson is going to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I've always wanted to have like that thing to annoy people, and so I learned last week when Deputy Chief Larson was here, and I made him say the pledge, and he had no idea it was coming. So that just made him thing that I'm gonna do. I'll just throw the pledge at people and see who wants to do it. Anyway, public comments. Is there anybody signed up to speak tonight? Great.
Nope.
Sadness ensues for everybody. We have the meeting minutes for April 9th. Please review them at this time. Any changes to the minutes?
Motion to approve.
I have a first.
Second set.
Ms. Palestrini and Ms. Boder. Questions, comments? All in favor? Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next is accounts payable in the small amount of $474,000.66. Please review the accounts payable at this time.
Quick, just a question.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter which page 8 is the lease. And I was just curious when we were going to stop paying on that, or if we needed to continue it through the entire lease.
I'm not looking at page 8, but is it you're talking about the
P2.
Pathfinger's
Yeah.
place? Yeah, so they're out of Pathfinger's place completely.
Okay.
So I was over at Public Works today, so I'm sure that we're going to work through what the lease end is and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And so
The lease was extended until May,
Okay.
so this will be our last payment.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but I did hear that they were out, so they are fully out of that building, and I guess 90% out of the other building. Yeah. So.
Other question, same page 8, is the squad engine that costs $9,300.
That's cheap.
Well, the fact that we buy a new one each year with everything for 50, we just repaired one for 9.
Yeah, it's an old one, but it's actually it's probably gonna be the one we keep now.
Okay.
But the timing chain went, and so timing belt or timing chain, and so it destroyed the engine.
Okay.
And it's actually for relatively low miles, like 75,000 miles on it. And so that's probably, as we move forward, that's probably what we're gonna be keeping now.
What year is that one?
It's a 2021. No. 2020.
Okay.
2020. Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions about the accounts payable?
Page 6.
Page 6.
I know what impact fees are. I know what transition fees are. What's a classification fee for the Hampshire fire protection?
A classification fee is essentially a commercial impact fee. And so we had accumulated a couple buildings worth, and so they're being released.
Is that only for the fire protection?
Yep. They're the only ones that are in the village code.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I said impact fee. It's a commercial transition fee. Sorry. It's
Gotcha.
I think 25 cents. 25 cents a square foot, minimum $2,500.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? I'll entertain a motion to approve the accounts payable.
So moved.
Second. Questions, comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Jernerbro?
Aye.
Mr. Kelly?
All right.
Mr. Cove?
Aye.
Ms. Palestrini?
Aye.
Mr. Robinson?
Aye.
Mrs. Boder?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay, next we have an official proclamation for Arbor Day, which is observed in April. Friday, April 24th, Friday. I don't know if we're going to be planting a tree. I assume we will be. And if we are, we will send out an invite to the board for when that happens. But we are officially
a Tree City USA, something that Dave Starrett and his team are very proud of. And so we typically plant a tree every year. I will not be here on Friday if we do it on Friday, so Trustee Coe, you're up.
Haven't missed one yet.
I have missed a few because it always seems to coincide with a race, but that's okay. So I'm not going to read the whole proclamation, but I proclaim Friday, April 24th as Arbor Day in the village. Sign. Hooray. Go out and plant a tree. What's up?
Signs around town. We are. I thought we used to.
I thought we did.
There's one when you describe it.
There's one on state.
We could put it on the video board.
Yeah, we could put it on the video board. Yeah. We'll use last year's picture of Trustee Coates in front of the tree. It'll look good on a video board.
I don't think I got in a picture.
It says you did.
So, we're moving right along. Any new business tonight?
I just wanted to make mention of something. So, you recall that you approved, the village obtaining a, grant, for, dash cams in the squad cars. And we received the funds, which was kind of a bit of a surprise to me. I thought it was a reimbursement grant, and it's actually, an advance payment that we received.
Wow, that never happens.
I know. So we have to open a separate checking account for that purpose to segregate the funds per the grant agreement. Any interest that's earned will be used for these grant purpose. So we'll come back to you at the next meeting ratifying that. So just to let you know,
How much was the grant?
we received $72,000 in change.
Oh,
So yep, we'll get a little bit of interest, not a lot, but we're
a
gonna.
little bit of paperwork.
We're
and the
gonna
bank account will be good.
exactly spend it right away. We do have a grant account that we use for this purpose, but it's currently being used to hold the bond funds for the public works garage to segregate those. So we need another account.
Very good.
Would it behoove us to give staff approval to open up an account now before
They
the
don't,
check bounces?
they don't need approval from us to do
Okay.
that. That's part of their daily responsibilities. So the only thing, and I don't know what this is, but there's been a couple of times where I've had to sign my name on the dotted line. Is this one of those times?
You are. Yep.
Yeah, so,
Get it in the bank for.
yeah, so
Exactly.
so typically when we open, with a financial institution, I have to sign. That was the scariest thing I've ever done, having to sign for $15 million, but, and I was like, wait a minute, if we default, are you coming after me?
Yes, sir.
So anyway, so the staff will do that and then I'll sign on it. We'll be good. Next, any old business? Building report is in your packet, as is the engineering report. We do have Mr. Polson on the line. We do have the financial report and Ms. Lyons is here. I have failed to mention that Ms. Cityhausen was under the weather and that's why she's not here this evening. Nobody has asked yet, but I figured I should say, get well soon when you watch the video, Ms. Cityhausen. But anyway, if there's any questions on any report, please address the appropriate staff member.
Yes. Safe routes to school. Two things. One, it says construction is expected to continue through May. It looks like progress has already been made. The sidewalk has been, the footing has been dug and there's rock down. Do we really expect it to take until May to pour concrete and have sidewalks?
Absolutely.
They're going all down State Street.
They're all the way down.
It's already dug and rock is.
They haven't done State
No.
Street near the
No.
middle school, so where you see all.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
They did the west side today.
yeah, they started it.
Panama is already, looks like it's ready to pour.
Right, but you also
East
have
of-
high.
Yeah, east of Elm too, I don't think.
Okay, so, okay.
So, Mr. Richardson, do you think that it's gonna go into May? Are we taking bets?
Thank you.
It'll go into May. It's not going to go all the way through May. I mean,
Just-
the original schedule they gave us was to be done by June 1st, but they are moving quickly. They're going to have their first pour on Panama tomorrow, and they're making good progress on the framing, as you've
Looks like
noticed
they're
around
ready to
town.
go.
So
Tim, I do have a
probably 2
question.
to 3 weeks. Yes.
I noticed the other day when they're excavating for sidewalk, that grade all is swinging into oncoming lane with no flagger. Are they, responsible if somebody goes by them and that grade all swings out to load the truck and hits a vehicle?
They would be responsible for that. I will check in with our engineer on site and remind them, that they are responsible for traffic safety and traffic control for the work they're doing.
Okay.
The first name of the project would really help. So.
It's not safe till they're done, so.
Yeah. Just cool.
Well, it's, they were going from school, so.
We didn't mention anything about safe construction.
Yeah. Also, I guess just kind of comically asking, but it did affect garbage day.
A day, something we've all lived for.
Yes, the day we've all waited for, garbage day was affected. Do we have a plan for these residents to get their cans down to the curb? Because driving down Panama, you can obviously see you're not getting a can down to the curb.
So I don't know if we've received any complaints or anything, but I know that Flood is aware that we're doing construction, and
Okay.
Flood has always been a really great partner with us. So if there's been a pickup missed and it's an issue, all we have to do is call Flood, and they've been really good about addressing that stuff.
Okay.
I don't know of any instances in which have you guys gotten any complaints about?
I have not received any personally, but I have seen
Right.
some potential
Yes, because
on certain.
and we'll see it for another
Right.
couple of weeks, apparently.
So I just wondered if we had a plan.
No, but it's just, in answer to your question, as far as the village having a plan, it's the same as if we deal with any resident that has a concern with garbage, and Flood's been really great to work with.
Okay.
So,
Just thought it should be brought up, so.
yeah. So if you have problems, contact the village and we'll make it work. Thank you.
Two quick questions, Mr. Paulson. The first is, how often is EEI on site for this project? At what points do EEI, are they on site?
Our project engineer is up there every day for most of the time.
I'm sorry, well, I couldn't understand.
You broke up pretty bad, Mr. Paulson. It's worse.
Yeah, you're really kind of muffled. I don't know if connection is bad.
Steve needs to get him a better.
Now he's gone.
Okay.
Okay, there I go.
Maybe now you're back.
No.
No.
No, shoot.
That was clear. This is like Weedsboro.
I think he's saying that somebody's there every day.
I think,
Yeah.
So by a nod of your head, are you saying somebody's there every day? So if they are there every day on site, as Mr. Coates was, or Trustee Coates was saying, let's make sure that they're following the laws and the rules that the construction company is. And then my second question, I know you may not be able to answer, so maybe somebody else has an answer, just because of the sound. What is we have, historically have been known to have sidewalks that heave after winter or at different points. What is the warranty period on these sidewalks of
1 year.
movement?
1 year, 12 calendar months.
It's just 12 months. If it doesn't move for 12 months.
That's right, all the road work and everything, curbs, everything's 1 year. They withhold 10%, and after 1 year, when the warranty's up, the contractor gets the 10% back.
Gotcha. Okay, I was just wondering, because if you go around our town, we have a lot of sidewalks that like to move.
That's fairly standard.
They wait till 13 months to move.
Yes.
Yeah.
They put in the
13-month concrete.
Yeah.
As long as we're bothering Mr. Pulse because he can't speak,
The best kind of answers.
the lead, yeah, they are. The lead service line removal, it says alternatives and estimates, are completed. Are we gonna get something maybe at a future meeting for options for those?
You can nod.
Yes, can you hear me now?
It was my
So-
question that did it.
Yes, that's something, whenever staff is ready to let me know when you want something presented, we can do that.
Okay. And it was like, I don't remember, I want to say it was 15,000, I think, per line. So there may be,
I thought that was just in that one extreme case. I thought
I
they was
didn't
gonna be
know.
less.
Because
I thought it was 10 to 15,000.
okay,
Oh, I don't
Okay.
remember that.
Correct.
Well, we-
Though doing one by itself was more expensive than, doing the whole block, although we're also looking at, alternatives for replacing water main, old water main while replacing the services. So,
mhm. Okay, and I know it's like 2 a year that we're doing anyway, so, but, okay, thank you.
I failed to mention that we have the streets report and a police report, not to upset Chief Dan. But those are also included in your packet. Figured you guys saw that, but I thought I would call it out.
We were just doing those two at a time.
No, sorry, I apologize.
Of course, I've got to go with my auto thefts, because we had 2 more this month.
Yep.
If there's anything that can be said about that, I'd like that. But the follow-up question is further down on slide 7. It shows that there were 0 reported in 25. And I know,
It's the same people.
but no, it said that we had 0 reported in 25 and we have 5 in 2026. And I know we had some. in
Did we
20
have some last year? So I guess
I
We
don't think we did have any last year.
Our next door neighbor, was it last year, the train that came out of down State Street?
Oh, with
train.
the Challenger that got.
The 3 cars.
The 3 cars that came out of one location.
Yeah. I thought it was,
I thought that was last year, so, and I know we had a couple because I've been
I'll double
talking.
check on that. I thought that was 24 when that happened.
It says year-to-date 25 was 3, year-to-date 24, 1 on that first table.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Okay, I'll have to check on the numbers on
because
page 7.
I keep asking about it, so I know that I wouldn't have not asked about it for an entire year if it was 0, so.
So can I ask, Chief, to something you just said where you said it's the same group?
Yep.
How are they, if we know who it is, how are they continuing to do it?
Because our criminal justice system lets them out. All I can tell you, 3 times, 3 arrests for auto theft. The main suspect has been arrested 3 times in other jurisdictions. One of them with ours, and then also stolen cars from other jurisdictions.
And the courts are just letting the person or
Yeah.
people back up.
And it's a juvenile. So it's.
So I just.
I can't talk about too many details.
Understood. It was more of just when you say it was the same people, and then
Yeah.
I was confused because if we know who it is and obviously they've been arrested,
Yeah.
but that clears it up for me. So thank you.
In
So sure.
April 17, 2025 village board meeting minutes, it's mentioned that auto theft numbers have gone up because of the James Motor.
Okay, so-
auto theft. So it had to be sometime in 2020.
Yeah, I'll double check on the numbers with the number 7 slide, and I don't know why they're not matching right now.
So we've had 5, January, February, and March.
Oh, sorry, please.
No, you go.
This one's for Miss Lyons, although it deals with the police report. We had 11 alarm responses this month. I'm not saying they're all the same people or different people. Are we up to date on billing people who owe us fines for alarm response over the 2?
That is a police department,
Oh, the police,
function.
I didn't know if it
They
came
do
from
their
finance to
own,
something.
But the answer is yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
And it's actually largely automated now. We have to manually run the report, but the way our system is set up now, on a monthly basis, we print the bills and send them out. So
Okay.
it's all automated.
Can I ask, it's not really a report related, can I ask, for an update on the senior assassin? Is that,
There hasn't been any more information come out about it.
oh, okay, as things seem to have calmed down?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well,
Any other questions for any of the reports? Thank you, Chief Ann, for the annual report.
Yeah.
And thank you for the call out at the end of the book that says thanking the village leadership for cooperation of community partners and regional agencies. Their collective efforts continue to contribute to the safety and well-being of the Hampshire community. So, great job, guys. Great job.
Please like that cover.
Yeah, yeah. It looks great. Did you take that picture yourself?
No.
Did you take this yourself? Did they let you out? Did they let
We
you?
did that with the drone. I didn't do it myself, but yeah.
I thought maybe they picked you up on in the fire department ladder truck.
You could try.
All right, village board committee reports. We got BDC. I know Mr. Kelly was mad that we didn't include it at the last meeting, so he told me that I better include it on this one or else, quote unquote.
No, I don't believe I said that. So BDC met last Wednesday. There's a couple of things I just want to highlight. We met, we talked about different projects. I gave them the update of the budget that was being considered the next night, which now has passed. And it is being communicated that there are no facade grant funds for this stub year, so that is well known. The two things I want to highlight, one, the RFP was approved as a part of the budget, or not RFP, the comprehensive plan was approved as a part of the budget. So the BDC has through Mo given staff the suggested RFP guidelines to send out. Staff is finalizing those, and then we'll be sending those out for RFP so that we can start the process or start the process of finding a vendor to do that work. While the BDC was kind of leading on the RFP part, the ultimate comprehensive plan, the vendor selection, all of that comes through this board. So you all will be getting information as we get information. The other thing I just want to call out, and I thought it was a great approach, Chairman Pizzolatto put together, and he's going to start doing this for all of our meetings, he put together a summary of all of the different growth throughout the area in Hampshire, Pingree Grove, Burlington, Gilberts, and Hunley, as well as King County at the county level. And it's a really good view and summary of what else is happening in communities around us, because we talk often of what's happening in Hampshire, and then we say, well, how do we become a destination or a choice for businesses and what's happening in other communities. So there were some pretty interesting developments that happened, but the one thing I want to bring to the village board's attention is actually at the county level. And King County has formally launched what they call the King County Economic Development Corporation. And they describe it as a business-led public-private partnership that's goal is to coordinate growth across the county's 29 municipalities. So we're hoping as a BDC that we will meet or hear from people on this, because I don't know that we have it at Village yet, but they're just kicking off. So we're looking forward to that collaboration. And Michael, and I apologize if he watches this and I mispronounce it, his last name, Michael Casa, I believe, is the inaugural CEO who started effective April 1st. So what this really means is that we've got, rather than just individual BDCs and economic groups for Elgin or North Aurora or Oswego or us or St. Charles or whoever's within King County, the 29 municipalities that's listed, working independently, there will also be somebody or a group of individuals at a county level looking across the entire county. My hope is that this group sees where growth happens, which is more at the outskirts of the county, usually county focus. If you read through some of their minutes and what they focus on is really around the Geneva, St. Charles, like that part of where, hoping that this builds a little integration, but we will see kind of where this goes. Excuse me, no grace. We don't know where this, like what this means yet. They just started up, so we'll see from here. And with that, I'll entertain any questions you may have, whether it's about other communities and their growth, or that one, or what we did.
Has our BDC fired off, congratulations to the guy, let him know that our BDC's been in existence for a long time.
So we have a BDC member who's a county board member and is talking with the Economic Development Corporation, and I believe is scheduling time to introduce some of those members to the Hampshire community and show them around. So our BDC member is spearheading that conversation. But yes, that is.
So, just to piggyback on that a little bit, back in July 9th, 2025, Jay and I met with a gentleman by the name of Steve Stevens, who was doing some legwork for this Economic Development Corporation, and was trying to get some feedback from us as far as what we could utilize from the county perspective and what we were doing as far as an economic development plan. Mr. Hedges and I were a little taken back by it was like a fact-finding mission, trying to find out what it is that we were doing and trying to figure out how they could replicate, in our minds, replicate what we were already doing. And so we were hoping to have more communication from them. So I'm sharing this with the board and then sharing it with you so you can share it with your BDC.
Yeah.
There has been zero communication since that meeting, since that stakeholder meeting, and Jay and I met with that individual for 2 hours. And we've heard, and we sent follow-ups. Mo, I think maybe you sat in on it too. Yeah. And it wasn't a very productive meeting by any stretch of the imagination. And we didn't know where it was going, but obviously it's continued. We didn't know who was running it. We didn't know what their thought process was. We tried to call the phone numbers listed on Kane County's website and got nowhere. And so it's kind of interesting that this is all going on. So hopefully it turns out to be a good thing, but based on what the experiences that we've had with the gentleman, like I said, they had a draft plan that we look at, and let's see if I can, and the plan's been deleted. So I don't know. It seems like it could be a good thing, but it seems like they did a lot of learning.
Yeah.
From the municipality. So hopefully we get some traction out of it.
Yeah, I hope so. And I agree with you. And I don't think them not getting back to us is specific just to the Economic Development Corporation. I know that we've had the Kane County chairwoman here at one meeting, but I don't know that we've had a lot of collaboration at the county level, and hoping now that we have a member of the BDC who's a Kane County board member, we can improve on that collaboration and communication, and maybe this is the first step to drive some of that. So
we'll take it.
If I could just jump into, I was at an Economic Development Corp meeting today for another county, and not to add more to Mike's plate, but a lot of the mayors attend and are members of it, and each of the communities, at least in the ones that I've been affiliated with, each of the communities pay into it to be a part of it. So it's a focal point for one, like if an industrial plant wants to open up someplace, they're looking for land, they can call the Economic Development Group, and they will say, these are all the properties in the different areas, and they would recommend them. But that's also with each community then presenting, this is all the land we have, and this is where they're zoned, et cetera. And so it's to get an owner or a company connected with a municipality.
Right.
So
like we try to do that now with, not Intersect Illinois.
Intersect Illinois. It's called Illinois EDC now.
Yeah, they changed the name of it. But so Mo does all that legwork, like as far as the available properties, a commercial and all that kind of stuff, and as far as like whether it's zoned, whether it's annexed, whether it's got water and sewer, how far away it is, the topology and that kind of stuff. So Mo stays up on that because the state has a similar program. Was Illinois EDC now?
Illinois EDC now.
I know Christy George is the one that runs that outfit, and they talk regularly with us because you want to, when somebody says, hey, I want to move to Illinois, and hey, I want to put in XXX, you got to be ready, right? Because that was our biggest problem for the longest time in the village, is people would call us and nobody would answer the phone, or people would call us and we'd say, well, we think we know the property owner of this one or whatever. So that's what Mo does a really good job trying to keep up with, knowing the players in the game and keeping that information together. And if they ask us to be a part of it, we'll figure out a way to be a part of it. Whether it's whether it's me or in some cases we can delegate somebody and then we would send Mo or something to be a part of those meetings. Cause like our experience has shown in the village is that we gotta be ready and we gotta be a part of it. Cause if you're not, everything's gonna be pass you by.
It does.
And that's why this comprehensive plan, going back to what you talked about, will dictate where
Right.
we're gonna be ready and how.
And Mo, correct me if I'm wrong, but we did communicate that we did ask, is somebody from the Hampshire community going to be a part of this? And it was unknown at the time. And we said, if this is supposed to be all the county, we want to make sure we have that opportunity. So I'm hoping that message gets to them as well. But to your point, whether it's, I think knowing that other counties are doing it that way could help the argument of we need to approach it similar in our county as well.
Well,
But we'll see.
well, knowing what other counties do, it cements in my mind that King County's gonna do it different. So,
And the other thing that they're branching into, because it feeds in with economic development, is housing. And so they can bring a company here, but if there's no housing or there's no daycare, they
Right.
can go someplace else. So that's not an issue here. So sitting in all these meetings, they will actually, mayor by mayor, saying, we've got 3 lots, or we're trying to bring, some water someplace, so maybe we could build 1 or 2. And then the other thing is their sewer systems are at capacity, so even if they had land, they could. So a lot of that is exchanged between all the mayors, but again, everything then kind of comes just with one group. They do fundraising too, and each village, city pays into it, and that's some of the money that they use to pay the executive director, but it sounds like part of this is coming from county, which is the way Ogle does it too, so.
well, like I said, if there's an opportunity for us to be involved, we will be, but we've not had any communication to that effect. And even back in July, they didn't know how they were gonna run it, which is kind of where we're like, that was the biggest thing that was off-putting, is they wanted all of our information, demographic information, the where the properties were, what types of things we were looking at, what kind of processes we already had in place. And it seemed like, for all intents and purposes, they were trying to start a BDC, right? So it's everything that we were already doing here within the village, they are now trying to do. And so it seemed like, from our perspective, we're already doing the work to be a part of the Illinois EDC and have all of that ready to go and empower our BDC to do that. And, we've changed our processes here. And then it sounded like the county wanted to take that information and then, again, I don't want to say leave us out of the mix, but it wasn't clear how they were going to use that. But even now, after this has already been going on for since July of last year, we still don't have a clear answer about how or if they want us to be involved or if we are even a part of these. So, I don't know. I'm not trash talking the county and what they're trying to do, because it's been well known for a very, very long time that Kane County is one of the only Tyler counties, or the only counties in the northern Illinois, that doesn't have any type of economic development corporation, committee, anything. Because if you go to the county, all their concern, for years, it was just about the transportation impact fee and how fast they could write the check, right, when you develop a property. And so Kane County needs to do this, but I don't know where we fit. If that helps. Sorry to steal your thunder.
No, not at all.
Conversation.
I'll ask the chairman to share the reports he's now doing on a monthly basis with everyone, because there's links to supporting docs. And they include what other towns, businesses are doing, other towns. What it does is it pulls in permit reports, construction reports. For example, it pulled in the 2025 to 2030 Rebuild Illinois Highway Improvement Program, which shows in Kane County a traffic signal replacement at 20 and Big Timber Road at some point from 26 to 2030 at an estimated cost of 4.6 million. And then land acquisition at that same location in 2025 and then 26 through 2030 for safety. So I'm not sure if that's going to be another roundabout or what they're looking to do, but there's good information. So I'll make sure the board gets that emailed as well.
Bless you.
Any other questions? That's all I have.
I have one announcement, but I'll let everybody go first. Anybody? There's a veteran from our area that's being laid to rest, and he has no known family. He lived in, I believe he lived in Elgin. He worked at the Grand Victoria Casino, but he was 63 years old. His name's Christopher Emmanuel Jones. He served in the U.S. Army from 81 to 84 and was honorably discharged. He worked at the casino in Elgin. And right now, he's scheduled to be buried on Tuesday, April 21st from 5 to, visitation, on April 21st from 5 to 8 in, Simmons Madison Funeral Home. I don't know where that is, but I know that he's being interned on the 22nd at 2:30 p.m. at Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery in Elwood. And he doesn't have any family as far as we know. And so it was just asked that I bring this up. So if anybody is watching this or anybody can go down to Elwood to Abraham Lincoln on the 22nd at 2:30, nobody should have to be buried alone. Other than that, I don't really have any other fun announcements or sad announcements. Does anybody? I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
I didn't ask if it was opposed because I figured when it was all, everybody's saying.